What's going on, y'all? I'm back with another video. I haven't done a basketball take in a minute basketball video, you know what I mean? Of course, NBA Finals were tied at 2 games apiece, and Game 4, the Golden State Warriors won Game 4 with dominant performance by Stephen Curry, and the others showed up too. Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins has been pretty big for the Warriors too. Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole. I'm gonna get to Klay Thompson in a minute, but Jordan Poole has been solid too. From what I've watched from the finals, from the NBA finals that I've watched, Kayvon Looney is giving them interior post defense. He's been strong. Like I said, Jordan Poole has been solid, but Steph Curry finally had that signature finals game where he put his imprint on it. 43 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, if I get the numbers right. Like I said before, I'm honest, and I don't sugarcoat anything. I really haven't been watching this series like everyone, this series really hasn't really been intriguing, man. Though I still find myself watching it sometimes, But Golden State, this series, it's kind of ironic. It's tied at 2 games apiece because neither team has really been able to actually establish this dominance over the other. You had Game 1, Boston, came back from 72 points down. Jaylen Brown has been solid for the Celtics. Jason Tatum, though he's very good, he's very, very inconsistent, man. Very, very inconsistent, Grant Williams, of course, really hasn't had the impact like he had the past 2 series. Marcus Smart is okay. Al Horford, was pretty okay. Robert Williams has been pretty solid. Picking up the slack where Al Horford is lacking. And Game 2 went to Golden State. Game 3 went Boston's way. And you know what happened in Game 4. To me, it's like, I look at these 2 teams and I really don't see a dominant championship team, Even last year, Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks, you knew those teams were dominant in some ways because they earned their place there, Phoenix went through the Lakers, went through the Nuggets, and of course went through the Clippers, And of course, Milwaukee went through Miami Heat's, Brooklyn Nets in 7 games, Atlanta Hawks, where half the time Giannis won in the series, and of course they finished it off. But it seemed like these teams, Golden State and Boston, they don't scream dominant team. Even 2020, I feel like the Miami Heat and Los Angeles Lakers from a year and a half, 2 years ago are better than these teams, Because I feel like both teams got major flaws. Golden State, they too dependent on the 3-point shot. Some games they hot. Some games they too dependent on it. And they let teams back in the game, and before you know it, they're in the dogfight. Straight up. And this has been the problem with Golden State. I've noticed that physical teams that can defend the 3 and can limit Steph and Klay and make Draymond non-existent. Those are the teams that they have trouble against. You saw it against Cleveland in 2016, Toronto a couple years back, and now you're seeing some of it against Boston. The only difference is Boston is not seasoned enough to take advantage of it because they don't play smart basketball, Even though Ime Udoka is a solid coach, I feel like Steve Kerr last game flipped it on him, where he got Steph open in certain spots. And then from what I heard, he pulled Draymond in the fourth quarter and rolled with a small ball lineup to where it had advantages for Steph. But then again, Boston shot too many goddamn threes. And you trying to get into the three-point shooting contest with Golden State, they're going to win every time. I just feel like Boston they're not, even though they're talented, they're very athletic, they're very talented, their collective basketball IQ is just not up to par with Golden State. And I still feel like if Chris Middleton was healthy, Milwaukee was coming out of the Eastern Conference. Straight up. Milwaukee was coming out of the East. So they kind of got fortunate in that end, you know what I mean? But, still, they made it this far. I'm not going to take that away from Boston Celtics. Hey, they still very well might win it all, especially with the way Golden State plays and the way they depend on the three-point shot, But like I said, I'm going to be honest here. I really haven't been watching. I'm a basketball fan first, but shout out to Ron Status, man. He recently did a video saying that is the NBA getting kind of boring, and I gotta be honest. With all the stuff that's going on, I agree. I mean, there's a certain demographic to where we're getting sick and tired of the narratives driven by the dishonest ass media, and it's just not good basketball, I mean, you got an inexperienced team in Boston Celtics, and you got a team that depends wholeheartedly on the three-point shot in the Golden State Warriors, But I had Warriors at 6 or 7. I think I'm gonna still stick by that. I'm definitely gonna stick by that because I feel like now Steve Kerr done made an adjustment to where he's getting Steph open looks. He's getting Steph Curry open looks to where now he's got it going on. I think this game coming up tomorrow, he might have a big game, but who knows? They might come out, Golden State might come out lay an egg, and Boston might upset them. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen, I mean? Me personally, straight up, I got Warriors in 6 or 7, and I stick by that. But who knows with the way Golden State plays and the way they're inconsistent and dependent on the three-point shot. They can come out like gangbusters tomorrow, Or they come out cold, and it gives Boston the advantage because they can get physical with Golden State. They can play big, and they have a size advantage when Golden State goes small, But let me know what y'all think. It's tied 2-2 right now. Who y'all got winning and why? Hit the like and subscribe, and I'm going to hit y'all up in a minute.